I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, April 23, 2024. An immediate assessment of water capacity at all public schools in Hanover and Westmoreland is to be undertaken. This is to be done by the Ministry of Education and Rural Water Supply with the aim of increasing water storage at the facilities over the next 4 to 6 weeks. The measure is among other drought mitigation initiatives outlined by the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation at a press briefing on Monday. Minister with responsibility for water, Senator Matthew Samuda, says it's to prevent any possible disruption of classes that may occur due to the impact of the drought facing the western side of the country.
As you would have seen, the projections for increased rainfall do not paint the picture we would like. As such, we will be intervening to ensure that all of our schools have adequate storage. I've also had discussions with Mr. Kevin Carr about increasing the monitoring and rate of trucking to our educational institutions. We don't intend to allow for any learning loss with any of our schools. Now, our regional manager has done a good job in communicating with the regional directors of the Ministry of Education and indeed all of our schools. We will be moving to set up a troubleshooting network by way of a WhatsApp group and an email line dedicated to schools to ensure that they are not disrupted.
Another measure targeted at the hotel sector involves a safety net being put in place along Western St. James to Western Westmoreland by the National Water Commission. This is in anticipation of the Memorial Day weekend in May, marking the secondary peak season. Minister Samuda says this is to assure hoteliers that their businesses are being protected and will not be disrupted. Meanwhile, the installation of a standby generator at the Logwood Water Treatment Plant is projected to be completed by this coming weekend. Acting President of the NWC, Kevin Carr, gave the update during Monday's press briefing.
Those of you who are living in the area who are familiar with frequent power outage in the area, and this standby generator is to minimize the interruption when there is a single phase or low voltage problem.
Mr. Carr assures that water trucking will continue in earnest in severely affected areas in the West. Regarding the Great River system, the NWC's acting president says declassification has begun.
Simple term is washing sediments from the pipe, and this activity will bring an additional 1 million gallons per day, which we will dedicate solely for Hanover. And this water will reach as far as Green Island, so we will minimize the need for Logwood to go to that space, which means more water will be available to pump to the communities in Whitehall, Redgrown, and environs.
Picking up on the conversation, Minister Samuda adds that a comprehensive assessment is being done for critical pumping facilities in the West to enable appropriate budgetary allocation, especially for generators. The minister says a meeting is being scheduled with the Jamaica Public Service Company and the NWC to coordinate a maintenance schedule that minimizes disruptions to water supply due to loss of power.
So NWC may have a scheduled supply, but JPS has scheduled works to take place on their power supply at the time where we need to pump water. I've met with Minister Vaz, and we will be convening a discussion between the NWC and JPS to ensure that works where possible, not always possible, where maintenance works in these areas that are disproportionately affected by water supply, that we coordinate.
The minister with responsibility for water is sending a strong warning to persons who are allegedly carrying out malicious disruption of the NWC water system to benefit from trucking the commodity.
We've asked the police to take a look at those allegations. If anyone is tampering with the Water Commission network, we're asking you to report it to the police or to report it to the Office of the President or to myself. We have no evidence of it, but the accusations continue, and we want to assure citizens that if they report it, we will investigate and we will punish anyone who is caught in that regard.
Minister Samuda says while the trucking of water may not be the best option for persons, it is the government's emergency response option at the moment. He assures that there will be an increase in the trucking of water over the next 4 to 6 weeks. In other news, Prime Minister Andrew Holness is urging young people to take advantage of the many opportunities being offered by the government to elevate themselves. He was speaking at the Prime Minister's Youth Award for Excellence ceremony held on the lawns of Jamaica House on the weekend. 20 recipients were recognized for exceptional achievement in various fields in 2023.
Each of you here this evening as nominees and recipients of the Prime Minister's National Awards for Excellence holds within you the power to inspire and influence those around you. Tonight, I charge you with a mission to see yourselves not only as recipients of accolades and awards, but more so as beacons of hope and agents of positive change.
Prime Minister Holness reminded the audience of mostly young persons of the no guarantor requirement at the Students' Loan Bureau, which will benefit over 4,000 students, $200 million in tuition support to benefit 1,000 needy students, and scholarships through the National Housing Trust for students studying engineering, construction, and architecture. This will support 10 students per year with $1 million each. Mr. Holness also spoke of the free tuition at the Heart NSTA Trust and the rollout of the Community Action for Rewarding Engagement CARE initiative. This will provide selected trainees with a monthly transport grant of $15,000 and an additional stipend of $13,000.
Under my administration, we have made a priority to advance our youth like never before. We are making it easier for you. You now have no excuse to get out there and get a skill and get certified.
And finally, the Heart NSTA Trust has developed a risk-based strategic plan to increase enrollment and certification of young persons. The three main areas of focus include enhancing the quality of training and certification, increasing services to at-risk youth, and strengthening the technical and vocational education and training TVET ecosystem. The strategy will target, among other things, the enrollment of over 122,000 trainees in various programs, with a projection of more than 50,000 obtaining certification within the 2024-2025 financial year. As the program strengthens and more persons get on board, the Heart NSTA is targeting a certification rate of 75%. The training will be delivered across its network of 26 operated institutions. This will be done in partnership with more than 75 community training interventions, enterprise and work-based training interventions, and adult education sites. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.